Wet n Wild, you got me this time. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, I am going to share with you my honest review of this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Lip and Cheek color. I have all the three shades and almost nobody is talking about them. So I was at my Walgreens, local Walgreens the other day, and this particular shade, Coral Dream, just caught my attention because this shade is pretty similar to the Jaclyn Cosmetics Blush Coral shade. That one is my all-time favorite blush and that one is not available anymore. So I picked this one up and then I went back and picked the other two shades. So I'm going to give you swatches. I am going to apply all of them on my cheeks. So you are going to see all the tea about these blushes. So hang tight because we are getting right into it. By the way, this is not a first impression at all. I have worn all these blushes individually and that's how I make up my mind, and that's when I decide to review a product. So I do not usually go for first impressions. These blushes retail for $4.99 each, which is pretty affordable. Like $4.99, come on. And you are getting quite a lot of product. I think you are getting like 6.5 ml of product. Like look at the size, it's huge. Whereas if you like compare them with the elf blush, like elf camo blushes, they retail for like $7 and you are actually getting you are actually getting 4 ml of product with the elf blushes, and this one is for $7. Like if I like hold them side by side, do you see how much bigger the Wet n Wild is? And there are only 3 shades available with these blushes, and when you open it up, you are actually getting a large doe foot applicator over here, which I absolutely love. And one more thing, this opening has a stopper to it, which I love as well. Since it is a clear plastic tube, you can actually see the actual color, and it's a pretty sturdy and heavy packaging, which I absolutely love because I am not a big fan of Wet n Wild packaging because they always break. Talk about the claims. It says velvety, lightweight, creamy and buildable. This lip and cheek color delivers an instant natural looking flush and is buildable on lips and cheeks to an intense glow. So if I compare the consistency and if I touch them, this has got kind of a gel consistency, and I was really afraid because with the gel consistency, it tends to become patchy, it tends to like pick up the foundation underneath. So I was a little bit scared. Like if you have tried those Maybelline cheek blushes, like cream blushes, the consistency is pretty similar. So those were the claims. Let's just get into the application process and then I will share with you my final thoughts. I'm starting with the lightest shade. This is Rosy Romance, and yeah, let's just apply it on my cheeks. So I have applied a couple of dots and let's just blend it out, and I am using my Ulta Beauty number 12 brush, and this brush is a spot on dew for the BK Beauty 109. And as you can see, it's blended out in seconds and it's looking actually really pretty, considering the fact that I am pretty medium skin tone, like I have brown tan skin, and it's looking really flattering, and I hope the camera is picking it up. Let me just dim the light a little bit so that you can see the actual color. So here's the shade Rosy Romance, and it is very pretty. It's like a neutral peachy pink shade, and it is more like MAC Melba, if that is something you are familiar with. You can see it is so pretty. On this side of my face, I'm using the shade Coral Dream. It is probably my favorite out of the bunch, and you can see it is a pretty nice peachy coral shade, and I'm going to blend it out using my BK Beauty 109 brush. So yeah, let's just blend it out. Ooh, it's pigmented. These blushes are still like decently pigmented, but it's not like the Juvia's Place one or the Rare Beauty one where you cannot use more than just a dot maybe. This is pigmented, but it blends beautifully and you can build it up if you want. So here is Coral Dream. It's beautiful, beautiful, and it's my favorite shade from the bunch. And this is Rosy Romance. And as I mentioned earlier, both the shades, they work for my skin tone, and I am super happy. I'm going to wipe this off, reapply my base, and then I'll come back and show you how the shade Berry 2 works for my skin tone. So I'll be right back. I've already applied the blush on this side of my face because I was filming an Instagram Reels. By the way, if you are not following me on Instagram, please do follow me for all those extra scoops because I do so much fun things on Instagram, so make sure to follow me on Instagram. So yeah, let's just apply this blush, maybe this much, like with Rare Beauty or maybe with Juvia's Place. This much would cover your entire face, but that is not the case with this formula. Ooh, look at the color, it's so pretty. Look at the blendability. It's like 2 taps and it just melted onto my skin. And I think this should be a perfect shade for deeper complexion. Also for like fall and winter, this would be just a perfect shade. But for spring and summer, I think this coral shade and the pink shade would be more like suitable. I'm back, and you know what, I decided not to put on the coral blush on top because I kind of like the way it's looking. It's kind of that pinky flush. I know it's not matching with my eye makeup, but it's okay. It's looking really pretty. That's what I care for. So yeah, that was the application process, and you saw all those 3 colors really work for my skin tone. Like for my tan skin tone, they work fine. Though there are only 3 shades, but there are different undertones. Like the berry one is cool toned, and the lighter one, that rosy shade, is neutral, and this coral shade is on the warmer side. So you are getting 3 different undertones with these blushes, and they are going to look perfect on all, like, so many different skin tones. If you are really fair, you can use just a pinch of this berry shade and it will instantly give you that winter flush like cheeks. And if you are really deeper, you can definitely build these shades up to make them work. About the finish, when I first applied them, it instantly gave me a really beautiful glowy finish. It's not like really intense glow, but I would say it looks like a glow from within. But after some time, it just settles down to be a satin finish. I would say it's not too shimmery, it's not like oily dewy at all. It's kind of satin finish, which I personally prefer. I have not found them to be patchy or blotchy on my skin. I have worn them on top of really dewy foundation. For example, my Studio Radiance foundation from MAC Cosmetics, that one is super duper dewy and it did not lift up my foundation at all. I have worn it on top of my Huda Beauty stick foundation and they just blended beautifully. They did not lift up my base at all. I love these blushes. I love the way they blend. They just blend seamlessly, and yes, they look super duper smooth on my cheeks. I do not experience any kind of patchiness with these blushes. I absolutely love these blushes. I think Wet n Wild has done a great job with this formula, and I cannot wait to see more colors, like more shades. And you know what, Wet n Wild used to be so big back in 2019, 2018, and then I do not know what happened there. Like, of course, I have tried some products from them. They really work for me. Like Wet n Wild has some really true gems in their collection. I love their blushes, bronzers, stick blushes, stick bronzers. Their skin tint is my absolute favorite. But lately, like the products they have been launching, like they failed to excite me, okay? But these got me. These blushes are super duper nice. So I have not found any claim about the longevity, but I have owned these blushes for 8+ hours on their own and they stayed intact throughout the day. I do not need to use any powder blush on top if I am using these 2 shades. Sometimes, like this lighter shade, Sometimes I just use a powder blush on top because this is a pretty lighter shade, so I want a lot of blush. Okay, I am a blush person, so I need that pop. So sometimes I go for powder blush on top, and if I want my blush to look natural, then I do not use any powder blush on top. But with these two shades, I do not need to use any powder blush on top. And I don't know why so many people are not talking about them. Like, I have not seen anyone talking about them, and I have not, though I follow Wet n Wild on Instagram, I have not seen like any post about them. I don't know why. I really do not know. I think these blushes need more attention, and I did a little bit of digging, and I found out that these blushes were launched at the same time when the elf blushes were launched. I think so many people got obsessed with the elf blushes, of course for right reason. I love these blushes are stinking good, and I think so many people started comparing them to the Rare Beauty blushes, and that is the reason why these beauties right here, they did not get the chance to shine through. That is just my opinion. The pigmentation level is just on point. Like, it's decently pigmented. It's pigmented, but it's not like over the top like the Juvia's Place one or like the Rare Beauty one. With those blushes, if you are not careful enough, you will definitely end up having clown cheeks. Like, it has happened with me so many times with my Juvia's Place blushes. Like, I added just one dot, I kid you not, one dot, and then I tried to blend it out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I had to take my sponge and my foundation brush to like tone it down. But with these blushes, I can build it up if I want to. If I want a natural finish, I can definitely get that as well. So the pigmentation level is perfect for beginners. And Wild has knocked it out of the park with these blushes. These are like 10 on 10. Please give them a try, and I am sure you are going to love this formula. They are super duper good. Thumbs up, Wet n Wild, you have done it. Now, though they are like lip tints as well, I have used them on my lips. They are not patchy or blotchy at all. They kind of give you a satin matte finish, but I prefer them to wear on my cheeks because I have got so many lipsticks in my collection. So you can definitely wear them on your lips as well. I prefer to wear them on my cheeks. So yeah guys, that is my review of these brand new Wet n Wild Mega Glow Lip and Cheek blushes or cheek colors. Please let me know if you have tried these or not. I would love to know your thoughts, and if you have not tried them yet, please do give them a try. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, then please give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe to my channel. And if you are not following me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, then please do follow me there. All the links will be given in the description box down below, so make sure to check them out. So yeah, see you soon in my next video. Till then, bye and take care. Bye.